This week on Theme Park Workshop, the podcast.
Hey, welcome to the show, because it's beginning to feel a bit like Christmas.
And everywhere you go, we're thankful. There's going to be lots of things in this show.
So many things, and a few surprises, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And are we going to talk a little bit about Theme Park Workshop?
You mean we're going to talk about ourselves?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not narcissistic in such a thankful show.
I know. I'd hate to be navel-gazing during Christmas.
All that and more this week on Theme Park Workshop, the podcast.
Ho, ho, ho!
Welcome back, everyone, to Theme Park Workshop, the podcast. My name is Jonathan, and I'm here with my co-host, Adam Johnson. Adam, how have you been this week?
I've been really great for reasons I don't feel inclined to say yet, but let me just tell you, it's been a great week. Yeah.
Yeah, so what's her name?
Her name is Education.
That's right. There is no better love
than books. And as Thomas Jefferson said, jerkwad that he was, I cannot live without books.
See, I just thought he said, "What did I miss?"
Well, if he's to V. Diggs, Thomas Jefferson, absolutely. Anyway, this already became a way more political show than we ever planned.
Yeah, so this week on the show, we actually wanted to, take a moment and get personal with you guys. We talk about Universal and we talk about Universal, but today we wanted to talk about
what is Universal,
which is Theme Park Workshop, the most universal show ever.
Is that our new tagline? I don't think we have a tagline.
The most universal show ever. But yeah, we wanted to talk about what we're thankful for, and also a little bit of like what Theme Park Workshop means to us as people, as creators, as friends. What is at the heart of what makes Theme Park Workshop pump? And because Adam tends to be 67% more sentimental than I am, I'll let him start.
So the reason I thought about doing this is, it's the Christmas season, it's the holiday season, because it's more than just Christmas happening right now. Those New Year's Eve stands, represent in the comments below. But it is a sentimental time. It's a time of goodwill and cheer and peace on earth, and it's the warm and fuzzies. Turn on a Hallmark movie, you'll hate it, but gosh darn it if you don't feel warm and fuzzy, So yeah, that's kind of the reason behind this show. Whole month of it, why not? So yeah, what does Theme Park Workshop mean to me? Well, I was telling Jonathan, I think around this time last year, as we were playing a different project that didn't come to light, Theme Park Workshop had been kind of my outlet for creativity. We started this when we were both in college. Now it's just Jonathan in college. I've moved on and
I'm almost done.
Finish line. But when I was so involved with creativity in high school, with theater and band and music and writing, and probably something else I'm forgetting about because I was involved a lot. And going to college, there were opportunities, sure. I was in a film major, for crying out loud, but I didn't really take many of those opportunities. Then when Jonathan rolled around a couple years into that, and we met up with some friends of ours who are also creatively minded, Jonathan and I met up and started doing this Theme Park Workshop thing, not as a podcast, but as the videos, and just playing with different styles. I'm sure if you've watched our videos, you realize the first episode is nothing like the last episodes. You watch that first, what does theme park story mean, or what does it matter? You watch that, like, very, very cinema, and then you listen to like our ET podcast. You're like, are these the same fellas? but being able to play around with that, this has been my creative outlet in a lot of ways as a writer on the program. So I know that's what it's meant to me. It was that really special thing for me in the time that I wasn't really getting that anywhere I mean, I was getting it. I don't want to undersell my majors because they were plentiful. But this was different. This kind of felt like going back and well, I guess I'll go way even backer. This is gonna be fun to edit. um, and at my high school, it was a small high school, it was a private high school, and the arts programs had just started up. I mean, they existed before, but they really got serious when I was a freshman. And so, in a lot of ways, my class helped build, and the classes after us helped build those programs into what they were, so they could jump off after we left. And doing that, doing workshop kind of had that same excitement again. Of course, playing around and learning how to write for Balthasar Banshee, and of course, going to the theme parks is always nice. And theme parks are such great community. I guess that's what workshop, and I get to do it with my best friend. I guess that's the sappiest part, and the best part.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you. You're my best friend too, man. It's good.
Aw. What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah, so I kind of approached Adam with the idea. I'd always kind of wanted to do something for theme parks. I know we've talked a little bit about how I have a second YouTube channel called The Second Dimension. When I approached Adam, it was still called Phineas Flynn's Law, but I cannot talk about theme parks on there unless it directly relates to what I'm talking about, which leads to very little overlap except for one vlog at Epcot doing the Phineas and Ferb World Showcase adventure. But I
Which,
always
and would it not be great to have some sort of crossover? We'll figure it out somehow, some way.
somehow, some way, it will happen. But I'd always thought I really want to talk about theme parks and being a young and budding filmmaker as well in the film program. I was like, it would be cool to set up the green screen and kind of film live action stuff, get to try different sorts of things, sketches, and just also a different style of editing. And so I kind of had the pitch for Adam for the idea of theme park workshop, which I brought to him. I'm like, hey, I think it would be really cool if we did this together because A, we shared the interest of theme parks, obviously, but B, this was such a big thing that I was like, I can't do this alone. I need somebody who's gonna bring something different to the table. Otherwise, I'll pretty much go insane because theme parks are such a wide and diverse sort of thing. And if you go back and watch that first episode, like Adam was mentioning, that is very much a written by Adam Johnson type of thing, and that was something different. It was something you wouldn't see on theme park YouTube, and so I thought there was a huge chance for success in the channel getting really big. Unfortunately, both our production and editing capabilities at the time I think hindered that due to there was poor audio quality,
For a
video
little bit.
and
Oh, better you
video
not.
video and lighting hadn't been figured out, and you can especially tell even as we went forward. But like you watch the Star Wars story episode, I think that is about as close to the original vision for the channel as we've gotten. That or maybe the Rise of the Resistance crossover with Greg Grabaric is one of my favorite edits that I've done.
It's really good.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so for me, this was always I love theme parks. I'd love to talk about theme parks and get those thoughts to an audience and create a conversation. I think we're still on the way there, but it's been such a wonderful experience to have this show, especially back when we were both in college, we were like minutes away. I mean, there would be Saturday nights when we would just shoot for hours and go absolutely insane, and then just order a pizza and pass out, or make a 1 a.m. run to Taco Bell. It's
Usually the Taco Bell.
it's these very they're just very good memories, of
Yeah.
the time that we had together. And now we're continuing it as we both move into different phases of life. This is the way that we can do it right now, but I always want to continue theme park workshop in some form just because it is such a passion and interest for both of us to talk about theme parks, and I think we're providing something unique and different to the conversation, which is ultimately what we've strived to do from day one. So yeah.
Yeah. And you started talking about the present a little bit, and I realized I was talking about the past. This present stage of theme park workshop is very different, I feel like, in some ways, than the first. One, it's audio only. You don't see our faces. We see each other's faces because, we usually record this on Zoom. But we're not in person most of the time. However, there's kind of a new thrill to that because now I'm editing because Jonathan needs time to not, he needs hair, you know. If he starts, trying to do all the edits, then our young friend Jonathan will end up with extreme male pattern baldness. I don't think he wants that because, I mean, you've seen the videos, his locks, his wonderful, wonderful locks. Um, so it's been fun and different for me to actually do more than a first episode of something that I'm producing and try to figure out, each week, okay, what we're going to talk about, what direction do we want to take this in? Talking to Jonathan about that. It's definitely, I've got a new verve. Like doing those first couple of episodes for sure. I like my whole feeling on a lot of things like shifted. I'm like, oh right, good. Got that adrenaline every time I listen to a podcast that we recorded, and I'm editing that. So it's been good to get that verve
Yeah,
back. I think verve is the right word.
absolutely. And I
Yeah.
know for me as an editor, there's so many things that you just learn over time. And I think that'll help as we go into, further phases of theme park workshops. It's like if I can send you, hey, the audio for this episode, would you mind trimming it down? And then I can get the footage or whatever. It's like you'll start to understand and you have started to understand like the pacing and the okay, maybe we can cut this. I know you cut some stuff from the Poseidon's Fury episode that was way too long. And also,
Not bad stuff, not bad stuff at all. But folks, I don't think that episode would have done nearly as well as it has done if 30 minutes were spent talking about Disney Plus Day. Great conversation on Disney Plus Day and The Mandalorian, which is why we're offering it to our patrons as soon as I get around to it. But uh yeah.
yeah, it comes down to, you got to focus the content. And there isn't a better way to learn it than just getting hands on and being like kind of feeling the episode. And so that's what Adam has been learning to do. And I'm so happy and thankful for that because yeah, my current job is actually YouTube on my other channel. And so it's very difficult to devote time to other editing when I kind of want to make those videos the best that they can be, especially when I'm financially dependent on them. Um, Back when we started Theme Park Workshop, I was not financially dependent on YouTube. I had a different job, and so I just made videos for both channels in spare time. Um,
Both channels plus the
yes, plus
job.
the job, which was also making videos. So, um, yeah, I understand why I got burnt out at the start of last year. But
Yeah, if you wonder why were the hiatuses so long, this is
yeah, it
why.
was a lot of projects. But yeah, I'm just so thankful for the fact that the podcast is up and running and we're in a consistent cycle making it too. It's one of those things where it's just become a really fun part of the week that I can look forward to. And I guess I hope you feel the same way. I hope you don't dread editing every week.
No, I don't dread. I don't dread, but I am trying to figure out time management
Yes.
because uh, I want to be able to enjoy the finer things in life, such as my video game backlog, such as the 120 books I own that I've not read.
Yes. Those are very
What's a movie again?
important.
you know. But actually, I feel like doing this, I've been a lot more productive in the other things that I want to do and explore and enjoy in life. Instead of getting off work, not knowing what to do because I've got so many options and there's so many empty hours, I just nap through it all.
Yeah, that's
Now, there's no time to nap. I got to edit an episode.
hey, it redeems the time, and you can also watch or listen to other stuff in the background too while you podcast.
I still don't know how people do
Okay,
that.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know how
either.
someone can watch.
I was gonna be like,
I have a friend on Twitter, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I watched Inside Out while listening to this thing I'm editing." I'm like, "How can you do both?
I'm with you there. I don't
How
understand.
do you?" And people are like, "Well, I just look at the bars. Like, if it looks like Utah, that's an." I'm like, "Yeah, but was that like an artful or is that a bad That's what I want to know."
And yeah, you do have a very good style of linguistics and understanding of that, which makes you very suitable to podcast editing.
I hope the viewers agree. Listeners, gosh, I'm so used to speaking in video.
No, I understand. But yeah, so kind of coming back to the main point of the section, what theme park workshop means to us. It's really, for me, it's a chance to make a show with my best friend and express a part of my personality that otherwise would be limited to random tweets on Twitter, and that's about it. Um, but now it's like it'll be fun to look back on these things 5-10 years down the line and think, oh, we were talking about Poseidon's Fury. Did you see what they did at Epic Universe? Like, I don't know, having all these thoughts cataloged is kind of neat. It's kind of cool, and I can't think of a better way to do it. What about you?
As I said earlier, it's a wonderful creative outlet. It's a wonderful friendship outlet. I think for you, it gives you reason to stand in outside a queue for a half hour to just fully enjoy the audio. No one else will, or all the cute videos. You're the guy who would stand in the line for Revenge of the Mummy, stand completely still so you get the full experience. But for me, yeah, it was those two things. Friendship and creativity. And to I guess to be able to explore this discipline, this art a little bit more, because I really do enjoy it. I don't think if you asked me 10 years ago, what's your favorite art form? And I'd be like, oh yeah, theme parks. I don't know if I'd even say that now, but I really, of course, enjoy it. And I get to think about it more analytically through this and try not to ramble and wonder where my accent is coming
Yeah,
from.
and it's always evolving too. There's that aspect of it where theme parks are they're they're never the same. There's always something new to discuss and to analyze. And I think Defunctland put it really well in a tweet where he was like, I have the best fandom slash job ever because if something's great, I can celebrate. And if something's bad, it's, oh, that's my next video topic.
Oh man. So keeping with this holiday Christmas spirit of fellowship and camaraderie, we thought we'd invite some of our friends to say what they enjoy, what they are so thankful for in the theme park space. Now, our first guest, you may not remember him, but we certainly do. He's a looming presence over our lives. As you may not know, Theme Park Workshop and Jonathan's other channel, The Second Dimension, is part of this umbrella called Johnny Film. You might think, is that named after Jonathan? I don't know. But at the head of it is the CEO. That's all we know him as, the CEO. And, well, the CEO decided he'd want to come in. I don't know what he's going to say, but everyone, oh.
What are you doing on the podcast?
Recording?
That's not good enough.
Oh, should I edit it live? Do you want
Sound
it live?
effects. Sound effects now. More.
Sound effects.
Yes. So, I was invited here to say what I'm thankful for this Christmas season. And I know you think he's a studio exec. He can't say the word Christmas. Well, yes, I did. Shut up. Leave.
Yeah.
In the spirit of the holiday season. That's right, I said holiday. I can only say Christmas for so long. In the spirit of the holiday season, I'm very thankful for the new DreamWorks meet and greet at Universal. It's an expansion of my beloved glitter farting troll program to bring the best DreamWorks characters into the parks. But I'm not just talking about Universal, no. I'm thankful for things at Disney. I'm thankful that they stopped annual pass sales. I don't think people should be able to visit for that cheap. Annual passes are too good a deal. I'm also just super thankful for Bob Chapek, a man after my own heart. What a guy. Amazing. Disney Genie is just, I want to bring it to Universal. We're gonna have Universal Potter Plan. And you're gonna open your app and you're gonna make your Potter Plan and use the magic wand. It's gonna be great. I'm thankful for those things. And I'm also thankful for the fact that I could come back onto this platform after nearly 4 years. It's been 4 years. Anyways, have a great Christmas. See ya.
Thanks, boss. We really enjoy your time, Mr. CEO. In case you're wondering why we talk about Universal so much, that was the biggest Universal fan I know. Oh, sorry, Jonathan. I guess you're the biggest Universal fan I know.
I'm just kind of in shock. I don't know what happened.
Well, That's what our comments were probably wondering when they saw that first Balthasar Banshee bite. And lo and behold, not only did they get those very formed cheeks of Guy Diamond and the glitter, but they also got that bathrobe, which, as I am legally obligated to say, was splendid.
That's not a bathrobe. That's a kimono.
Oh, was it kimono?
That's a kimono.
Well, my
That's a
job's on the line.
that is a genuine kimono. So Adam's gonna leave to go through cultural sensitivity. All right, yeah. So CEO Jonathan, I hadn't heard from him in 4 years. Neither had you. That was
Oh,
very
wait, his name is Jonathan. That makes so much sense. Why it's Johnny Film.
yeah. That's his name.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um, I also know we have a friend. Um,
I
he's
I
he's
personally the term neighbor myself.
oh, there you are, Mr. Rogers. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Better than I deserve.
Me too. I really deserve nothing if we're being completely honest. So
Well,
what are you thankful?
Mr. Edward, I do believe you deserve so much in your life because you are a special person in the
Oh,
most
thank
unique
you.
and wonderful way.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. So if I may, what are you thankful for this Christmas season, Mr. Rogers?
Well, I'm thankful for so many things. It's hard not to look at this time of Christmas, following, of course, the time of Thanksgiving. It almost kind of overlaps like a lump of snow in a driveway.
Is that how it overlaps?
Well, it falls and it builds just like kindness and love. But I'm going to answer your question because I think that's what you really want out of me.
That I would like that, yes.
Well, to be more specific to this program and theme parks, I like to appreciate the little things, such as the food. There's nothing like a Backlot Express chicken tender. There's
No. I
something
thought you were going to talk
magical.
about Epcot. No, Backlot Express.
Mr. Edward, have you tasted a Backlot Express chicken tender?
I have not personally.
Somehow, Mickey Mouse went over and he said, "This one shall be blessed," and so it was. I don't know, just something, the small thing about it. And you know what I think it might be? I think it might actually be the cast members and the team members and all the employees of this theme park space. It's been such a hard year, hard 2 years. It's like a combo pack of strife.
A combo pack of strife.
What with the difficult year we all shared and the return to a more normal, perhaps, state. One thing that hasn't changed is how much the cast members and employees go through every day. And I just want to take this time to appreciate everything they do, from the food they make to the lines they help pace, and the
Amen.
guests that can be less than a neighbor.
They certainly can, Fred.
In fact, sometimes I don't know what to say, and when I don't know what to say, I like to sing a little song. If you know my program,
you're gonna sing? You're gonna sing for us?
if you know my program, you know I love to sing a little song every now and again.
Are you in Sing too?
Am I in? I am not in the movie Sing. That's a wonderful little compliment. I'll take it, but no, I'm not in the motion picture of Universal Illumination Studios. Maybe they'll ask me for Sing.
Disappointing.
That's a delightful franchise, but we're getting away from the point. Here's my little tribute. to you. When I'm in a queue, I think of you. When I want to shout 'cause my lightning lane ran out, I think of you. You do so much, even kind when you shouldn't be. But your patience, it teaches us so much. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, theme park employees.
That was a truly touching melody, Fred. Thank you so much for coming onto the show to share it.
You are welcome.
Are you gonna
Keep
fill
up
out
the great work.
Are you gonna fill out some UO fist bumps and cast compliments?
That's my favorite Twitter account, and it's my
All right.
favorite hashtag in all of the world.
Wow, that I'm so thankful for you, Mr. Rogers, coming on the show.
Oh, well, I can only thank you. This is just a round of thanks. I say thank you, and you say thank you, and does your heart not grow 3 sizes?
It definitely grew.
Well, there you go. That's all that really matters. Anyway, I gotta take off and pick up my sweater from the dry cleaning.
All right, Mr. Rogers, you
Bye
stay safe
bye.
on your road.
You too.
So I'm staying in the
That's so
studio.
emotional. I'll get through.
You're okay, Adam? You sure?
Yeah. It just, he was talking and he was singing, and it reminded me of that movie, Won't You Be My Neighbor? And then at the end of the movie, they're like, think about the person who's helped you in your life. And it just got me really emotional.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
wow.
I'm great.
That is very what?
I'm great. Let's do this. We got an
All
episode
right,
to record. We can make it through.
all right. We have one last guest on the podcast, and it's our friend BB27.
BB27, what a delightful orb. Well, it's good to see you too, BB.
Yeah, it's been a while. How you been?
Oh,
Yeah, that I've also felt that from time to time.
I just felt that on Tuesday.
Would you mind telling us what you're thankful for this Christmas season?
Are you sure?
He sounds pretty certain to me.
Yeah.
That BB, that's not really a nice thing to be thankful for.
No, in fact, it's actually quite rude. Not that I disagree, but it is rude.
No. Yeah. Maybe you can think of something more genuine to be thankful. Okay. Apparently your feelings are genuine.
I've not heard language like that since middle school.
Middle school?
Jonathan, you weren't in my 8th grade class. The things I heard.
Apparently.
The things I heard out of that droid just now.
You went to middle school?
Jonathan, it's America. Everyone's got to go to school.
Welcome our robot overlords.
Hallelujah.
All right, BB. We'll go ahead and let you head out. Can't wait to see you on the show again soon. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, Jonathan, you know what I just realized?
What?
Our listeners have no idea what they've just heard.
Yeah. So BB27 was saying that he's thankful that he hasn't had to see Balthazar Banshee since they filmed their episode together.
Very harsh, but I didn't want to argue. He's been very set in his ways, and sometimes you just gotta let it go. Let it go. You thought you'd hear those jokes that ended 8 years ago.
I do think they haven't interacted since over a year ago.
That's true.
In the fateful year of 2020.
Was it 20? It was 2020. Yeah, I thought it was 2019. It was 2020.
Yeah.
Golly. Yeah, I thought they made a nice pair, though. I'd like to see them together again.
Yeah, maybe we can force a script on them.
Yeah.
That's so mean. All right, let's move on to
Let's make like Ross Geller and pivot.
So we're going to talk now about our favorite things that we're thankful for in the theme parks. Adam and I, when I say we. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm thankful for no reservations at Universal. I'm very thankful that I can go whenever I want. I like that I can just show up at the park whenever I want, enjoy Velocicoaster without a virtual queue. And I am also thankful that Mark Woodbury is going to be the new park president. I'm just thankful for Universal and its continued warming of my heart in a time when things can be cold.
Yeah,
that's genuine. That's genuine. It's not meant to be a dig at Disney. I'm just very thankful for the good decisions in the theme park industry with regards to Universal.
Yes. Thinking about what you were saying about Mark Woodbury, I realized, like, since we were last talked about that transition, there's another Universal executive to retire, or he's planning to retire at the end of the year, and I think it's really cool to see how much love that this guy receives. Bill Davis, president and COO of Universal Orlando. Just how much care he puts into not just the park, but the people who work there. I've not heard a bad story about Bill Davis. Folks, if you have some extra time, I would go onto Twitter and just look up Bill Davis. We'll actually put a link to a really cool thread from one of the social media guys in the show notes, kind of his story about meeting Bill Davis. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because it was really heartwarming to read all of those, and I think you could use some of that this season anyway.
Yeah, it's super sweet.
What am I thankful for in the parks is a good question. I think, largely speaking, you know what? Okay. I was going to say something else, but then I realized, no, this is actually the real answer. The real answer of what I'm thankful for with the parks is the community that they bring. And I'm not just talking about online communities, although I will say for all of its drama, I loved in September and October to really immerse myself in the Halloween Horror Nights community. And just everyone getting so excited about everything. I was like up until 2 a.m. every night just saying, oh, what's going on at the park today? You know, what's the new developments? What's the next Jack and Eddie's selfie? And oh man, Chance is at the park. You know, I really enjoyed seeing that and seeing all the art that came out of that. And it kind of imploded on itself towards the end there, but the journey throughout was really cool. And you can get a taste of that in our Horror Nights episode, that I feel like I always push, but it's such a good episode. But I also mean, just like, it's a great place to hang out with friends. A lot of times this year, I would just go to the theme parks to meet up with a friend or hang out with my brother, because there's such great spots, whether it's Busch Gardens or if it's Universal. Disney celebrated a cousin's birthday at Disney this year to experience Star Wars Land, and just kind of going and not treating each visit like a research trip and just kind of enjoying myself and enjoying the company of friends. That's probably been the thing I've been most thankful for with the parks. In fact, on Sunday, I'm meeting up with a friend of ours at Busch. Hopefully that pans out. Just to hang, just to enjoy what these places have to offer. And you know, on the show we talked a lot about, like, well, it was an effective story, was the thrill exciting enough, so on and so forth. And it's fun to talk about, or else we wouldn't talk about it, right? And we can get so caught up in boarding group discourse and Disney Genie discourse, and somehow Rise of Skywalker always comes up too, get stuck in Star Wars discourse, and it all becomes discourse. But there's also a lot of fun to be had in community and friends and strangers and people of like interests and people who are just passionate about the space. Like, it is so good when it is good.
And the people that you'll talk to in theme park lines too, just kind of the vibe that theme parks give off is just like you know, everybody's there for a different reason, a different purpose, but at the end of the day, it's like we're all taking a break from the day-to-day of our lives to enjoy something far bigger than any one of us could accomplish on our own. And I think there's most certainly a beauty in that. But yeah, as far as personal trips, it's like I'll go with Adam. It's like, here we'll be talking about whether or not Jurassic World fits in Jurassic Park. At the park, we'll be talking about, Adam, you need to put your hands up on the coaster.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Some coasters, sure, but not all. It's certainly not on the first go. I can't imagine doing Velocicoaster without holding onto that on the Mosasaur roll on the first time. You kidding me? You're a madman if you think I will. And you thought I would, which makes you
If I was,
but you're also my friend.
if I was a trading person, I would make some sort of trade, and this is not me actually making the trade, but I would say, if you rode every single coaster at Universe with your hands up the entire time, I would go and do every house at Horror Nights one time. But I'm not a trading person, so.
One day, Jonathan, we'll find out what the trade is, what the trade-off will be. I will find it, and I will exploit it, and you'll have the best time of your life. I promise you that.
Yeah, best is a relative term. No, it's not.
I thought you were going to say don't make promises you can't keep, in which case I was going to quote The Amazing Spider-Man. Those were the best kind of promises.
You just watched it. You said it was good, right?
Yeah, it was pretty all right. In some cases better than the Raimi first one, in some cases not so good. But overall, like, I like the geeky chemistry, but that's neither here nor there. This is not the Spider-Man show. I am thankful for the Spider-Man ride. That's another thing I'm thankful for. I'm always thankful for The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man.
It's so perfect. I'm also thankful for that.
It continues to be perfect.
Yeah. I'm thankful for City Walk and Disney Springs for being great places to socialize and just hang out, grab a bite, meet with people. I can't tell you the number of times that I've just gone to Disney Springs or City Walk just to hang out or just enjoy the atmosphere, you know, get a meal. There's just something about them that's really unique, eating in what are essentially overglorified food courts, but it's more than that. You know, there's still that community, that sense of theme parkism, even in these places that aren't actually theme parks. Like going to see a movie at the AMC Disney Springs just hits different, or seeing it at Cinemark Universal, it hits different. It's hard to explain, but I'm thankful that they're there.
I've heard that they are quite spectacular. I've not been to either, unfortunately, not yet. One day. But I was actually just thinking a couple times the past few weeks. I turned to my brother, who I mentioned a lot on the show, and he's never on it. But I was talking to him as we were playing Super Smash Brothers, and I said, "Do you ever just like get the feeling you really just want to go to Disney Springs right now?" He said, "No, I don't." I said, "But well, I do. Kind of want to go again." Of course, that'll mean a drive, but it's free. It's free parking. It's good enough for me. And of course, City Walk just has like, I don't know. It's different from Disney Springs, of course, but it's a great vibe. Love the restaurants there. Like watching the water taxis go by and looking at Toothsome and saying, one day I'm going to try a milkshake here again. I didn't like it the first time, but something tells me I won't like it the second time, but there's always the chance.
We didn't talk about it on here, but I'm thankful for Antojitos because we went there and that food was incredible. I'm thankful for their tableside guacamole. That was really good.
Yes, and I'm also thankful the tableside guacamole is not the biggest serving in the world, because I was tasting it for like a day because I ate so much. So watch yourself when you go. But yes, it was quite tasty. The cowfish, gotta love some burgushi and some peanut butter cheeseburgers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Moe's. No, I'm kidding. Bread box.
Ah, there we go.
Bread box is good. Although Moe's does have cherry Coke. I keep a. That's all right. I'll move to another thing I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that certain places in the park serve bona fide cherry Coke, not the Coke freestyle, but just from the tap cherry Coke. I keep a mental note of where those are. There's one at Moe's. There's one in Seuss Landing. Those are the two that are coming at the top of my head right now. But if I'm in the park, I could say, hey, I know where the nearest cherry Coke is, and I'm thankful that they haven't fully gotten rid of it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this?
Oh.
I'm thankful for single rider lines.
Oh,
because
yes.
They are incredible and so useful when you've already seen all the story and you just want to do a ride really quick.
Yeah. I'm used to family vacations. Whenever we go as a family, we usually get the hotel some used to express. Like a couple of days the past few weeks, the lines have been extraordinary in kind of the large way and not the small way. And like, man, I couldn't imagine going today. Like one day everything was like over an hour or 70, 80 minutes. And like it would be like genuinely that long. Like there's that many people in the park. Because in 2020 it'd be that long. Everything would be that long, but it was that long for a reason. Here, just because there's a lot of people, right? And I'm like, would I even like go to the park? Like if I had planned to go to the park, or even like stay, like what would I do? And I'm thinking like, oh, I'd use the express pass, on a family vacation. But during that time, I'd probably use the single rider if I wanted to just enjoy a few things and just, vibe. That's another thing I've learned, and I'm thankful I've learned this year, is just enjoying the vibe of a theme park. Not worrying about and I've brought up before, I think, not worrying too anxiously about the queues and stuff. Because there's always an alternative. You don't have to wait in the, obnoxious line for, say, Millennium or Slinky Dog. You don't have to wait in the 95-minute line for Slinky Dog. Slinky Dog's fun, as my cousin once said as we went on that first launch. Slinky got game. And they proceeded to say like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that hot dog. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that chocolate milk. Oh, there's the malt,
It is called Slinky Dog trash for a reason.
In your opinion.
No, I won't rain on your parade. But yes, talking about theme parks and lines and how long we'll wait, I'm thankful for quiet days at the parks.
Yeah. Ones where you can sleep on the plaza, Universal Plaza, Music Plaza.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, they made a tweet about it. It must be relatable for more people than me.
Yeah, I guess so. I continue to be thankful for kind of the people behind the scenes with the theme parks. I think that's something that I've grown to learn over the past couple of months. Like the artist Emery Arts, she created Little Boo that went viral this Halloween. And I pre-ordered the Little Boo storybook, which I'm excited to read and receive. Apparently it's supposed to be dark, but also kind of heartwarming, which sounds right up my alley.
It does.
But also, like we were talking about Terry Koo and Scott Trowbridge last episode? Yeah, it was last episode, the IAP episode. And we wrote a script about Joe Rohde and just kind of seeing all the things that guy did in his life at Disney and these Universal executives too, what they've done. This feels really limited to Disney and Universal, but of course I speak more broadly, like the work that the performers and the creative people put into everything to create an experience, and the folks on the ground who are making it work and having to go through some, as Mr. Rogers was saying, some crappy guests, but they still find things to enjoy. Like just the people on the front lines, the people behind the scenes, they deserve all the things.
They do. I'm thankful for innovation and for pushing the boundaries. I think we've seen things like, Smuggler's Run, and we've obviously talked about that, Rise of the Resistance, how they're pushing boundaries, but we haven't really talked about Universal and Nintendo and just how big that is with the amount of animatronics and how gaming technology is really integrated into Mario Kart. So I'm thankful that people are creative, they have God-given creativity, and they continue to push the boundaries of what is capable, because I am still continuously amazed that everything that we have on Earth is combined by stuff people either took from animals or dug from the ground. Kind of does not feel real.
That's what I said when I read a science book. We are all stardust, and I refused to believe that, but then I understood what they were saying. I'm like, oh, interesting. Wow. Cool. Kind of like Keanu Reeves, who I am also thankful for, but that's a different show.
Are you going to go see Matrix 4?
Absolutely. I just don't know in what format. That seems like a Dolby to me. Get the clearest image of Keanu. John Wick, my own private Idaho, like the guy. Dracula, even with that accent, okay, but he's great, and he thinks you're great too.
Okay, but let me tell you, the feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. All right. So I got to finish this. So tell me.
That's what he said. Bill and Ted. Oh my gosh, I was about to make a impromptu Keanu tribute, and not mention Bill and Ted, which ties us all into theme parks because the Bill and Ted Excellent Halloween Adventure, of course. Yeah, I totally took you right off the rails.
No, that's fine. We're just kind of listing things that we're thankful for. Tell us, listeners, in the comments, what are your favorite things that you're thankful for? What's one choice that a theme park has made this year that has made you thankful to be a fan of theme parks? Is it the fact that Guardians is opening in 2022, which is very exciting? Is it maybe the fact that Velocicoaster opened this year and that they held annual pass holder previews and opened it without any technical issues? That's something to most certainly be thankful for. Or perhaps you're simply thankful for the Twitter community that helps keep you warm and fuzzy at home when you can't visit the theme parks. There's so many things to be thankful for. Let us know what you're thankful for. And I think that about closes our show. I don't think we have.
I can't think of any more things. I'm sure I'll think of some after we stop recording. That's how it tends to be. But I mean, Jonathan, do you have anything else you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for the laughs that we get from Fast and Furious Supercharged.
Family forever. I'm thankful for family.
I'm also thankful for family. But as far as the show, I'm thankful that Theme Park Workshop came back this year. I wasn't sure that it would, but it has. So I'm thankful for a steady, consistent podcast.
I do my best.
Bravo, everyone. Applaud.
I'll take it.
Thank you to our producer, Adam. And yeah, I don't think there's really anything that we've forgotten to cover. So, oh, that's right. I'm very thankful for the Grinchmas Hula Day Spectacular. It is my favorite theme park show, more so than Born, more so than Horror Makeup.
Wow, that's some high praise.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's live singing, the fact that the set is so elaborate and well designed, the acting, the costuming, the way it condenses the best elements of the Grinch movie and cartoon into what is essentially a 30-minute show, while also being much more focused on the music.
Is it music from the movie, or is it music from the cartoon, or is it original? Like
both, and there's other Christmas songs that maybe you just wouldn't expect, all rearranged and formatted, and the arrangements, the way it's sung, the lighting, it's excellent, and it's my favorite theme park show for sure.
You know, Jonathan, I have to make a confession.
What is your confession?
Usually when we talk about something specific, I'll bounce off you. I have no idea what to say. I've actually never done Grinchmas.
You've never done. How long have you had a Universal Pass?
Too long to not have done Grinchmas, apparently. One of these days I'll do it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Actually, you want to just go right now? The park's open.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah. Let's go see Grinchmas.
All right, cool. Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. We'll be back to finish recording. You know, yeah.
Hello? Did you guys just leave the podcast set up here? Well, now it's time, since they're not here, I'm going to tell you what I, Balthazar Banshee, am thankful for.